All right, in this figure, in this video, we're just going to be reflecting figures across different lines. Our options are the x-axis, the y-axis, or for that matter, any horizontal or vertical line, and then of course the line y equals x or y equals negative x. Let's see here. Y equals -3. So let's go ahead and sketch the line in first. You go to the y-axis, mark the point, -3 on the y-axis, and draw a line that passes through that point. Alright, now we'll just reflect each point individually by going down to the line of reflection. H is a space away, so its reflection is a space on the other side. Same with G, and then I is 2 spaces, so its reflection is over here. And you just connect the points. There you go. Next door here, line y equals -2. Go to the y-axis, mark the point -2. Draw a line that passes through the axis at that point. Reflect each point individually. R is a space away, so 1 space. S is 3 spaces. S prime should be 3 spaces. And T is 1 space. T prime 1 space on the other side, of course. Connect them, and we're done. Let's see here. Reflection across the y-axis. Oh, the y-axis is right here. It's already there for us. So we just reflect each point individually. G is a space away. G prime, space in the other direction. F, same deal. E is 3 spaces, so 3 spaces on the other side for E prime. D is 2 spaces, so 2 spaces on the other side. And we'll just connect them all up here. And we're done. Line y equals -x. I'll sketch that line in. It's a line that passes through the origin, kind of slants down at this 45-degree angle. There we go. Again, we're going to reflect each point individually. E is 1, 2, and a half diagonals, and we'll call them diagonals away. We're cutting across the middle of the square this time. It's not a technical term, by the way. So 1, 2, and a half, 1, 2. And there is E prime. F is 1, 2, 3 and a half, 1/2, 1, 2, 3. There's F prime. D is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for D prime. Connect the dots, and you're done. Here we're reflecting across the x-axis. W is already on the x-axis. X-axis is right here. It's labeled with an X. W is already on it, so W prime will also be right there on it. V is 5 spaces, so its reflected image will be 5 spaces on the other side. T is 4 spaces, so its reflected image 4 spaces on the other side. And U is 5 spaces. Oop, I should call this T prime. Make sure I label clearly. Then we just connect the points. There we go. Reflecting across the line y equals -1. Mark -1 on the y-axis. Draw a line that passes through it. C is already on that line, so C prime will be in the same location. D is a space away, so its reflection goes 1 space on the other side. B is 1, 2, 3, 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces on the other side for B prime. Connect the dots, and we're done. Let's see what else we got. Alright, let's see. Cross the line y equals -x. Well, again, that's the line that passes through the origin and contains all the points where the x-coordinate is the opposite of the y-coordinate. So, for example, 1 and -1, or -2 and +2. So the x-coordinate and the y-coordinate for each point are opposites. Alright, so let's see. S is, well, T is right on that line, so we don't have to move it at all. We'll just put T prime right there. U is half of a diagonal, so the other half over here. R is 1, 2, so 1, 2 diagonals away. And S is half a diagonal, so half on the side. And we'll just connect the points. There we go. Alright, x-axis this time. So let's see. X-axis is right here. C is 2 spaces away, so C prime 2 spaces in the direction. D D is 3 spaces, so 3 spaces on the other side for D prime. F is 5 spaces, so 5 spaces on the other side for F prime. And E is right there on the diagonal. Let's make sure we point our... So there, I'll label E prime here. And there we go. Here we have the line x equals 3. So I'm going to go to the x-axis. I'm going to mark 3 on it and draw a line that passes through the x-axis at exactly that point. You notice W's already on that line, so W prime is right on top of W. V is 1 space over here. So V prime over here. U is a space, so U prime over here. X is a space, so 1 space in the other direction for X prime. And then just connect the dots. And we're done. Line y equals x. That line, similar to the line y equals negative x, just kind of goes in the other direction, still passes through the origin. It contains all the points where the x-coordinate and the y-coordinate are the same, where x and y are equal or the same. So 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, negative 5, negative 5. So anyways, half a diagonal over here. So y prime, half a diagonal over here. X, diagonal and a half. X prime, diagonal and a half. Z is right there on the line, so it doesn't change. Z prime's right on top of it. And we just connect the points. And there we go. Down here, reflection across the, oops, a little jiggly there. Across the y-axis, there's the y-axis, just count spaces. Z is 1 space, y is 2 spaces. So Z prime and y prime. X is 4 spaces, so X prime, 4 spaces on the other side. W is 2 spaces, so W prime, 2 in the other direction. There you go. And we're done. Reflection across the line y equals x. So again, that's a line that passes through the origin up at this 45-degree angle. So U is 1, 2 and a half, 1, 2 and a half diagonals. V is 1, 2, 3, 4 and a half, 1, 2, 3, 4. W is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. X is 1, 2, 3 and a half, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and this was V. This was W. And that was X. So U, V, W, X. There we go. Alright, that's it. So again, the line y equals x, 45-degree angle, passes through the origin. The line y equals negative x, similar, passes through the origin but goes down. Alright, I think we had an example of that right here. No matter what you're doing, after you found the line of reflection, you just count how many spaces it is from each point to that line. Now it might be here, for example, it could be spaces along the grid, or it could be here if it's one of those diagonal lines. It's kind of across the grid spaces. So it's technically, I mean, if each grid space is 1, it'd be the square root of 2 to cross the diagonal. But we just kind of count them as diagonals, I guess. So you count how many diagonals it is up to the line of reflection, and its reflected image goes that many diagonals on the other side. And you just connect them and label them, and you're done. Good job.